tools where surfing lost its limits. For decades, surfing had limits. They weren't written. No one enforced them. They were simply understood. Some waves were meant to be surfed. Others were meant to be watched from a distance, not out of fear, out of respect. The north shore of Maui stays quiet for months, but there are days when the ocean breaks that agreement. Jaws isn't created by a single storm. It's the sum of many. A long, invisible journey that always ends in the same place. There, over a deep reef, the ocean doesn't settle. It stands up. The Hawaiians called it Peʻahi, long before anyone imagined riding it. The rest of the world would come to know it as Jaws, Peʻahi. For years, Peʻahi was just a phenomenon. A wave breaking far offshore. Too big, too steep, too fast. Local surfers watched it from the cliffs. They knew when it was breaking. They also knew it couldn't be paddled. There were no boards for it, no human speed to match it, no room for mistakes. By the late 80s and early 90s, surfing was at a strange crossroads. Boards were shorter, performance had improved, but size was still the final boundary, until a small group decided to stop accepting it. They weren't chasing fame, they were exploring. Laird Hamilton, Dave Kalama, Buzzy Kerbox. They didn't come to Jaws to conquer it. They came to see if it was even possible to exist out there. The solution wasn't elegant, it was practical. Jet skis, external speed, tow ropes, forced entries. This wasn't a natural evolution of surfing. It was a clean break from everything before it. There were no rules, no safety systems, no reference points. If the ski failed, if the rope tangled, if the timing was off, the consequences were immediate. The first sessions at Jaws were brutal. Boards snapped like matchsticks, direct hits on the reef, serious injuries. In 1994, Buzzy Kerbox suffered a major wipeout at Peʻahi. He was knocked unconscious after a violent impact and came close to losing his life. That moment made one thing clear. They weren't ready, but it also proved something else. There was no turning back. From there, everything changed. Boards got bigger, stronger, longer. The modern big wave gun was born. Jet skis stopped being just a way in and became rescue tools. For the first time, surfing had to think about organised survival. Every mistake taught a lesson. How long a body can stay under pressure. How a 60-foot wave behaves when it detonates. How to pull someone out who can't breathe. None of this came from manuals. It came from real consequences. The controversy was immediate. Many said it wasn't surfing anymore. That jet skis had killed the soul. That a line had been crossed. But Jaws doesn't care about opinions. The wave kept breaking, with or without approval. Eventually, the inevitable happened. More surfers showed up. More spots were explored. The idea couldn't be erased. If Jaws was possible, others would be too. Maverick stopped being unthinkable. Alaska entered the conversation, and years later Nazare would reset the scale entirely. But none of that happens without what started here. Jaws wasn't the biggest wave ever ridden. It wasn't the most perfect. It wasn't the most consistent. It was something more important. It was the place where surfing accepted that it had to change to keep moving forward. Today, Peahi is still dangerous. Despite flotation vests, despite airbags, despite professional rescue teams, every big session still carries real risk. The reef is still there, the speed is still unforgiving, and the margin for error is still razor thin. Jaws doesn't promise glory. It doesn't guarantee recognition. It doesn't owe you anything. It only offers one question, the same one it's asked for over 30 years. How far are you willing to go when the ocean stops negotiating?